Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a favorites video. This is the end of April, so I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorites for this month. I cannot believe we're already at May and it actually does not even feel like spring where I am. I think today might be a little bit warm, but we've been going hot and cold and I'm just ready for springtime to officially be here and no more cold weather, okay? Also, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video, and if you're new to my channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button before you leave today. I really would like for you to join the Savvy family. Also, make sure that you turn on that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. So let's go ahead and jump right into my favorites for the month. All right, my first favorite that I want to talk to you guys about is my Smile Brilliant Teeth Whitening System. This video is a collaboration with Smile Brilliant yet again. They reached out to me again and I've been working with them now for a couple of years. They are hosting a giveaway with me during this video, so make sure you check the description box to find out how you can win a Smile Brilliant system. But let me just talk to you guys about this one really quickly. So this is how it works. When you order this system, they will send you a package and you will take impressions of your teeth. It's like a putty material that you use to take impressions of your actual teeth so that you have custom trays, and that's what makes this system so wonderful. In order to do something like this, you typically have to do it at your dentist's office, and it can cost a whole lot more than this system will cost. They'll also send you syringes. These are the whitening syringes. These are the desensitizing gels. The whitening gel has 22% carbamide peroxide. I've been whitening my teeth with my dentist for a while, but I actually switched over to these syringes because there's more whitening ingredients in this one than the ones that I was using before, so it works really fast. I rarely have to use the desensitizing gel, but this is an option if you have sensitive teeth. Inside this syringe is the whitening gel. So these are my top trays, and you simply take your syringe and you will apply a thin strip of the gel in the tray, and then you simply pop them in your mouth. And so I'll pop mine in just to show you guys how easy it is. Okay, and I actually just whitened my teeth earlier today. I like to whiten them right before filming, so I've whitened 2 or 3 times this week, and then I whitened today. So these are just my top trays, and I also have bottom trays. Now I have in my bottom trays. Now I don't have anything on these trays, I just put them in, and as you can tell, I can speak with them on, and it's just very convenient. You can leave the house and run errands while you're whitening your teeth, so that's always a plus. And they're custom. I mean, they are made to fit your teeth, so it's wonderful. So I absolutely love Smile Brilliant. I love this product. I have been using it continuously since testing this out on my channel a couple of years ago, so I would not steer you guys wrong. I will have a link in my description box if you would like to purchase a system, and there will be a discount code. And Smile Brilliant and I are giving a system away to one lucky winner, so make sure you check my description box for all of the information about the giveaway. So let's talk about primers. Recently, I went back to my Hourglass primer. On my bottle, it just says Veil. I bought it in the little small one, which I'm kind of glad I did because I've been using it sort of sparingly. And it blurs just a little bit and it's very silky smooth. And I notice as a person who is combination and I get oily in my T-zone that it really does help blur imperfections, but it helps kind of keep the oil at bay. This is pretty pricey, that's why I bought this smaller one, but it is a really good face primer and I've been going back to it. During Sephora VIB, it was one of the point perks, so I got 2 of the point perks, which are going to be smaller than this one, but I should be in good shape as far as this primer for quite a while. Also, I wanted to mention again, I've talked about this one a ton. This is my YSL Touche Eclat. I finally cracked open my new one. I have my old one turned upside down, trying to get the last little bit out of it, and I don't think I'm going to get it out. But I have started on this one. I am wearing this one today. I love this primer. It just works really well with all of my foundations. It blurs. I know they're high end, and a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is luxury. I'm really sorry, but I just swear by this primer. Okay, I wanted to mention this Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. If I want to stay matte, I'll take a small amount and I will just use this in the areas on my face where I want to stay matte. So right around my nose, and because I do get oily right here. It's probably peeping through a little bit now. But this is very mattifying, and so I use it in my T-zone where I get oily. That is what this primer is good for, and I have been using it quite a bit. I thought I'd mention it because summer is approaching, and you may want something like this in your collection to help you get through the summer months. Alright, so foundations, guys. I have finally fallen in love with the Double Wear foundation. I've been wearing Double Wear for the last 3 or 4 videos. I actually had a little bit of a sample left, and I wore it in a couple of videos, and then I decided to go purchase it. But the shade I thought I was in is not the shade. I think it was bronze. That's not my shade. It's too light. So the salesperson told me about this shade, and this is cinnamon. This is one of the newer shades. So Estee Lauder added in some shades. This is cinnamon, and it is perfect. This is a warmer shade, but it just matches my skin beautifully. I'm wearing it today. I'm also wearing cinnamon in my Ulta haul. I love this shade. This is a perfect foundation if you have combination of oily skin. I know it's been talked about, you know, all over YouTube for a long time, and I'm a little bit late, but I didn't think I liked it, but now I do, and it's probably because I didn't have the right shade match. Whenever I want my foundation to stay on longer or just to keep the oils down, I know I'm not going to be able to touch up, this is the foundation I'm going to reach for. Notice that I have a pump on this one. I purchased the pump separate, so it doesn't come with the pump, which is so strange. If you're going to sell the pump separate, you might as well put the pump on the foundation. So it doesn't come with the pump, but I did purchase the pump from Estee Lauder. I can't remember what I paid for it. Don't worry about that. If you just love having a pump, just buy the pump extra and just take the loss, because you can keep reusing the pump every time you buy the foundation. Hey, I still love my Dior skin. That's not going anywhere, but I have certainly added this to my top 5 foundations. Before I go any further, I oftentimes have waited until the end to do my skincare. I'm going to go ahead and talk again about a couple of skincare products. I mentioned them in a recent video. I wanted to mention them again. So these little capsules here, you take 2 a day, and Tati Westbrook is the owner of this company. There's a little bit of controversy around these, so you might want to do your research, but I really like these. I take my 2 a day, and this is a 30-day supply. I'm on my 2nd bottle, and when I tell you guys my skin has improved, like that's where I have noticed it first. Probably because if your hair is improving, it's going to have to grow out from root to tip in order for you to really see the difference. I've had really great hair days. I can tell you that. Really, really great hair days since using this product, but I can't really say for sure that that's why. Since using this product, as well as a couple of other products that I'm going to talk to you guys about, the wrinkles alone have improved. I'm going to insert a clip of a previous video that I have filmed, and this is where I've noticed the biggest difference, and I think that it's these pills, but it could also be a couple of other products that I'm using. But right here in my forehead, guys, especially in video, I could see those premature wrinkles coming, and not the wrinkles that like straight lines across your face, not those kind of wrinkles, but these kind of mounds and lumps. It was the strangest thing, and I really noticed it in video, and it absolutely drove me crazy. But I am getting older. It's only so much I'm going to be able to do to prevent the signs of aging. I'm getting older, and I understand that. But if there's something out there that can help me hang on to my youthful appearance just a little bit longer, then I'm willing to try it. I don't want to go broke doing it, but I'm willing to try it. This, along with a couple of other products, is like Botox in a bottle, guys. I honestly look at my forehead now, and it looks like I have had Botox. I want you guys to do a little bit of a comparison, because I used to have a whole lot more wrinkles just in this area, and now my forehead looks flat and smooth, and it's because of these pills and a couple of other products that I'm using. But I think the pills are doing it more. I don't want this to take up my entire favorites video, but this is probably like my #1 favorite that I'm going to talk to you guys about today, because it has made the biggest difference in how my skin looks. Also, like just my skin as far as my body, all of my skin is softer and more moisturized and hydrated. And I know it's these pills. It's these pills. Along with the booster, this is the Sleep Tight by Pharmacy, and I have emptied this one. I'm going to talk about another one that I purchased in a haul. Like, I can't get any more out of this. And I started out using this after my haul in the fall from Sephora, and I saw a very big difference in the texture and just overall condition of my skin when I would wake up the next day. This is Sleep Tight Firming Night Balm. So it's a night balm. Then I added the Glow Recipe. It's a watermelon glow sleeping mask. It says for glowing, radiance, and softening. But I think when I read the description, it also does a little bit of firming and has some anti-aging qualities. So when I use all three of these, that's when I see the best results as far as my skin. I know I went on and on about the skincare, and you guys might not love skincare. Just fast forward through what you don't want to hear about, but stay here for the entire video, okay? The next product that I want to talk about is a bronzer. I've been talking about this on Snapchat. This is the Pro Bronzer in Dark by Absolute New York. This is like a drugstore product. And it is so huge, so I love the size of it. I'm not sure how deep the pan goes, but I love the size of this. And guys, this bronzer has been a game changer for me. I discovered this in a beauty supply store. You can't even get it just in typical drugstores around here. So if you don't have it in any of your stores, you can order it online. It's really affordable. I paid $8 for it. It comes in like a light, medium, and dark. I'm not sure if you can even see this, but it reminds me of Becca I Panama Sun. And I don't have the Becca one over here. It would be really difficult for me to get it to show you guys. And I was thinking about doing a bronzer video just to show you my collection of bronzers that are my top like 5 or 10. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know. But it really reminds me of the Becca bronzer that was like my go-to one and my favorite of all time. It is just like that, except it's more affordable, and it has like those luminous kind of qualities. So it makes your skin look bronzed but kind of sun-kissed. It's just perfect for the summer. Since purchasing it, I have probably used it 90% of the time whenever I have bronzed my face. So this is a keeper. It is up there in my top bronzers, even though it is an affordable one from the drugstore. I love it. I love the texture. I love everything about it. I love the color. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So I finally have another favorite highlighter other than the Amrezy highlighter. I love that highlighter. But I ordered this one during a haul or at some point like several months ago, and I hadn't opened it yet. I finally opened it, and oh my goodness, this is the Ofra highlighter by Nikki Tutorials. It's Everglow. It has 3 shades in it. My favorite shades are these two. This is the like champagne gold one, and then we have this lighter one, and I think that's the, oh my goodness, you see that? That's the one that kind of made me go purchase it. And then there's more of a copper color. And to me, this coppery one is more like for, I could actually use it as a blush, or you can use it in your eyeshadow looks. But these are amazing highlighter shades. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. I'm usually late because I buy so many highlighters that I'm like, you don't need another highlighter. But I just had to try this one. Whenever Nikki uses these, especially this one, her highlighter is just booming. So this is one of those blinding, I'm wearing it today. This is one of those blinding highlights. So you need to be light-handed if you want a more natural look. Absolutely amazing highlighter. So creamy, so buttery, so beautiful. Next, let's talk about a couple of brushes. The first brush I want to talk about is this one by Sephora. It's like a pro brush by Sephora. It's the angled blush brush. I'm not sure if it has a number because it's worn off. And I love this brush, and I don't think I've talked about it here on my channel. This is my favorite brush for bronzing. I continue to purchase bronzing brushes just to try other ones. And if I kind of want a less precise bronzed look, I will use those other brushes. But if I want more of a chiseled, kind of almost contoured bronzed look, and I want it to be more specific as far as the placement, then I will use this one. And look at how it just kind of it's perfect for your cheek, so it's perfect for blush, but I always use this for my bronzers, and I love it. The quality of the Sephora brushes is very good. They are extremely pricey to me, but I think they're worth it because the quality of the brush is amazing. My other brush that I want to talk to you guys about is this pencil brush by Morphe. It is the E36 brush, and it is perfect for inner tear duct highlight. And whenever I want like to define the crease, I'll also use this pencil brush. But my main purpose for this brush is for my inner tear duct highlight. It's also good for smudging under the lash line. It is a brush that if I didn't have this in my collection, I would cry. I would cry. I would go and purchase it again and again and again if I lost this brush. It is amazing. This is an oldie but goodie. This is the Laurent Mercier translucent powder. Nobody should be including this in their favorites video again, but I'm gonna do it because you guys know that in my last favorites video I talked about the Peach Perfect, and I've been using that quite a bit lately. And I noticed that in my videos, especially because that's when I can see things the most, in pictures and video. Like sometimes the mirror just doesn't tell you what you need to know. I noticed that I wasn't as bright in the center of my face. I was using everything else the same. I was using my Tarte Shape Tape, and the brightness that I wanted, that highlighted look, was just kind of not there as much. And I kept trying to figure it out. I figured out that although I love the Peach Perfect powder, if I want a bright look in my concealer areas, I don't need to use that setting powder, because I think that the color of it is not translucent. It has more of a peachy color. The color of it plus the fact that it is mattifying was taking away all of the highlighting work that I put in, and it was just kind of making that concealer area blend in with my foundation, and that wasn't always what I was trying to achieve. So I went back to my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder, and bam, the highlight is back. So hopefully you guys can see even today that my face is brighter in the center of my face, and in my last video it was brighter in the center, and it's because I was setting my concealer areas with this translucent powder by Laura Mercier. And so this is tried and true. It is one of the best that's out there. It is the best. It is the best translucent powder on the market, hands down. Eyeshadow palettes, I only have a couple to talk about. This is the Just Peachy Mattes palette by Too Faced. I hauled this in the fall. I have been using this palette so much since purchasing it. This is perfect if you're a person who likes just wearing matte looks. But I use this a lot on a daily. Okay, mirror. Okay, I see you. Ooh, pick up that light then. Oh yes, honey. I use this palette a lot on an everyday basis when I work. It is just so simple to create a gorgeous look that is perfect for work without like going too overboard as far as with shimmers and things like that. You don't want to look too glammed up when you go to work. You just want to look kind of presentable, pretty, but not too much. One of my favorite shades is this shade called Just Right. And it is a very, that's what a swatch of it looks like. All right, this is like a wine shade brown. It's like a mauve wine colored brown, but not super burgundy, okay? And I absolutely, for some reason, like, I use this color so much in just about every look I create. I just love it. I love them all. Like, I live in this family. I don't use these as much, but I live over here. And it smells like peaches. It smells like peaches. The quality of these shadows is outrageous. I love the size of it. It's so compact. It's perfect for traveling. It's just beautiful. I'm real chatty today. I can tell it. I can tell this is going to be a long video because I'm really chatty, but I love it. I love this palette, guys. I want to talk about this Naked Heat palette. I know that a lot of the favorites that I'm talking about this month are things that other people have been talking about for a while, but I'm just now talking about it. I know. I bought this palette a little bit late because I didn't think I needed it. I swatched it in store. I liked it, but I just have a lot of warm palettes. So I decided to get this one because I had some bonus bucks at a department store, and I got it basically without having to pay for it. And I absolutely love this palette. One of the reasons I didn't think I needed it is because to me, it's one of those palettes where just about every look you create is going to look the same, and you guys know how I feel about that. I like versatility whenever I purchase a palette, but I decided to give it a go just to see if the quality was good, and I really like the palette. I have been using it quite a bit this month. Some of my favorites, like this shimmer here, I'm wearing this one on my lid, and this is like just about every time I create a look with this palette, I use that one. That one is the one that seems to have the most pigment as far as the shimmers. This particular shade looks a lot more fulled than the others do, and so I use it a lot on my lid. I used it when creating the look today. The one thing that I wish this palette had that it doesn't have, I wish that one of these mattes down here was a shimmer. I just wish it had one champagne shimmer, because I typically like those lighter shimmers on my lid, and just about all of these shimmers look very similar on the lid. Even regardless, if you like a red smoky eye, a warm reddish brown smoky eye, then you might like this palette. Last month in my last favorites video, I did mention this palette. This is the Tarte blush palette, but I have learned a few more things about it since that video, and I wanted to talk about it. I was living over here on this side, and it's not picking up the color of the palette as well. Like, okay, this is a little better here to show you guys the true colors. Like, they're deeper than they look on camera, but I was using the lighter shades a lot more than the darker ones. And recently I started using these. They do have the shade names on here. There's a Dainty and Extraordinary. I'm wearing Extraordinary today. I thought they were all matte initially when I purchased this, but there's a shimmer in this shade called Extraordinary. Once I realized it had like a shimmer in it, I just kind of steered away from it because I don't typically use blushes with shimmers in them that often. I finally decided to try it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using that shade ever since. I have it on today, and the shimmer just looks like summer glow, even though it's not summer yet. So I have been loving this one, and this is sort of a coral color. It reminds me of the Benefit California, this color Dainty. So these here, these three are really woman of color friendly, and there are several up here too that have more of the mauve-y undertones that are less warm. The highlighters are gorgeous, and so I just wanted to mention this palette again and be a little bit more specific about the shades that I've been enjoying. It's amazing. I've only been using this blush palette all month, and just ever since I started using it, this is the only one that I've been using. I rarely pick up anything else. Okay, I wanted to talk about this, the Brow Gal. I got this in a Beautycon box. You know, they don't do Beautycon boxes anymore, so no more Beautycon unboxings. This is the Brow Gal highlighter pencil. One side is matte looking, and the other side of the pencil is shimmer. Both look kind of matte on my hand, but I think that this one here has more shimmer in it. I didn't use it today. I forgot about it. If you're quickly trying to just highlight your brow area, this really comes in handy, and it kind of takes the place of concealer, and you can just highlight really quickly. So in the morning, especially when I'm going to work and I don't want to spend as much time highlighting the brow area, I'll grab this pencil and just highlight it with the pencil instead. In my last video, a lot of people commented about the lip color or wanted to know what I was wearing. And I was wearing this YSL shade number 10. It is sort of a nude with a hint of pink, and it is YSL, so it is kind of expensive. I also had on my trusty cork lip liner, and I'll go ahead and put that there. It's a beautiful neutral brown. And I wore my Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar on top. It looks like this. This is Sugar Sugar. Okay, and I topped it with this Gilded Honey topper. It's like a lip topper, and I topped it with that just to add that extreme shine. And so that's what I had on my lips that day, and I actually liked how it looked too. So I've been wearing that lip combo quite a bit, so I just wanted to pass that along. Also wanted to mention this one more time. I finally cracked open a new one of these. This is the Smoothie Lightly Whipped Body Butter Cream by Soap and Glory. And I think, like, I love Bum Bum cream, and I have Bum Bum as well, but for moisturizing my skin, this one is actually better. The Bum Bum is just nice. It has special qualities, but this is actually better for moisturizing and hydrating my skin. I love this so much, and I do not want to be without this. So this is a wonderful body butter if you're looking for one, especially now that our legs are getting ready to be out. It's getting ready to be warm outside. You need something. Here are a couple of honorable mentions. This is the Makeup Revolution Concealer. Everybody's been talking about this concealer. This is the shade C11. This one is a shade that's similar to Biscuit as far as my Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. So it is similar to Biscuit if you're wanting a point of reference. I like the concealer and I have been using it, but I noticed that my dark under eye circles peep through this concealer when I use it. It doesn't crease very badly, but it's not perfect. And it is certainly not a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. So people who keep saying it's like Tarte Shape Tape, it is not. The only thing that is similar is the doe foot applicator. It reminds me more of the Radiant Creamy as far as the consistency of it. It is not as thick as the Tarte Shape Tape. So no, it's not going to replace that for you if you try it. I've had to use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector whenever I use this, just to keep my under eye circles from peeping through. So I want to give it an honorable mention. It is a good drugstore concealer. I have been using it and I have been enjoying it, but it didn't make my favorites list just because I have to use something with it to get the best outcome. And probably I'm biased because somebody told me it was going to be like Tarte Shape Tape, and to me it is not Tarte Shape Tape. My other honorable mention is this Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. I tested this out here on my channel when I tested out some new products. I have used this. It does get oily, and it just kind of depends on the day, the weather, what other products I use with it. It sometimes gets oily. I wore this yesterday and I went out to lunch, and when I came back, my skin still looked so beautiful and matte, and it was not oily. And I had it on for several hours and I didn't get oily at all. I didn't touch up. It was gorgeous. And I was like, what did I do different? What did I do different this time? What did I do? I need to do it every time. So I wanted to mention it as an honorable mention. If you can figure out how to keep it from getting oily on you, this is gorgeous foundation. And it is certainly worth the $10 that I think I paid for it. It's certainly worth that as far as drugstore foundations. Alright, that concludes my favorites. Yet again, I know this is going to be a long one because I was a little chatty patty today. I just had a lot to say about these products, even though it's not that many products over here compared to what I usually do. But I wanted to talk about them a lot more than normal. Thank you again to Smile Brilliant for partnering with me to give away another Smile Brilliant system. So remember to check below in the description box for all the rules about how to enter to win a Smile Brilliant system. It's really easy. Just click the links that are down below and you can enter to win your own Smile Brilliant system. You must be subscribed to my channel. Okay guys, you must be subscribed to my channel. Subscribe to my channel before you leave. Subscribe. Alright, you know I hijacked that from Laura Lee. You know I hijacked that. Y'all know. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next one. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.